Tyrant here. I just got done watching episode 3 of my first girlfriend is a gal. And, what can I say? Well, uh, it continues to deliver what it's said to deliver. It's quite, actually, no, actually, I don't know, I don't want to say it was more tamed than, than the last episode or the last couple episodes. It did have its perverted moments, but it was a little bit more serious. So let's talk about this for a little bit. So we get an introduction to fuck, I gotta remember these people's names. I remember the guy named Juinchi. Oh, Yame? Yeah, I think it's Yame. Uh, her friend, Rung, can't remember her name. But if we get an introduction of her, and uh, she's a very, I don't want to say straightforward character, but she knows what she wants, and you can tell that throughout this episode. So, you get first of him getting the letter delivered, and you get all the shenanigans, and you get his friends once again telling him to go do this stuff. It gets pretty serious, and it's one of those things like, really, you have a girlfriend and you're doing this, and it gets into some, I think the episode is more about all these situational events, and it's really, really interesting. Just because you get his thinking, and it's kind of one of those things you would think of thinking, if you get what I'm saying. And for the most part, it was, besides some of those intense moments, you let's see, you get this like really interesting date scene with him, Yume, and Renko, and you get to just enjoy them spending time together, and it's really fun. Like it was normal, but then you get this other scene where it's just really her trying to destroy the their relationship, which is where at first, like, I thought she just didn't like him or something, but it's kind of that, and another thing which you later learn later on, where you can actually tell that has some feelings for, I gotta remember her name, but Yume, and that's really intense. So it's gonna get interesting, because there's a lot going on here, more than I thought was gonna go. Um, um, but it's at the end, it's still like these two people still trying to, you know, um, develop a relationship on top of all these weird situations you get. And you're just throwing interesting things to the mix. You get that little sister, not really her, but once again, we get her for a little bit. Then you get um, this whole now kind of triangle development. Uh, so we'll see how that goes. There's still a few characters yet to be introduced that we have in these posters. So we'll see what happens when those characters get introduced. But we do have at the end that you get to see that black-haired girl, who we saw in the first episodes, kind of just be there and kind of be sweet to him, and you kind of have that feeling that, oh, okay, it's just that cliche, like she likes him, but it's kind of got dark at the end, where I think it was her. Actually, yes, if I can tell, you can tell by her snake braids, her one snake braid. She's kind of like really upset that he likes someone else, and like, whoa, that's intense. But for the most part, it was I think it was more interesting development, and I think that's what this show needed. Um, because I thought if it was just gonna, for a moment, I thought it was like, oh, okay, it's all this pure perverted fun. Um, to then, oh, okay, it's just her friend who doesn't want her other friend to be dating some douche who just wants her to sleep with her. But it turns out to be actually a little bit deeper than that. So okay, we'll see what happens now. But really another fun episode. I'm actually looking forward now to seeing how things will change, knowing how some people's feelings are now. And he was actually a little bit more straightforward with his feelings. Um, but we'll see what happens. So until next time, thanks for watching.